Now, for the top rim, I know for a fact that the top rim is from the maximum diameter of the can to the diameter of the top rim period. That is 21 millimeters. So what I can do is I can reuse my little cube here. Right click. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, right click. And now I can drag with the left mouse button up the model. And I'm going to have to rescale this cube over here to 21 millimeters. Otherwise, I can't use it. 21 millimeters. That's done. Now, because the scales are messed up again here, I will Object, Apply, Rotation, and Scale. Back to 1 there. So I will, or 1 there rather. Now I have to line this up again. Again, for all these panning movement I've been doing, that is done on the new versions of Blender with Control and the keypad. If you don't have a keypad on your laptop computer, you can buy an aftermarket gaming keyboard for pretty cheap. I got the one I have for about 20, give or take about 20 bucks. Because my current laptop is not of a perfect keyboard. I've said this in previous videos. Alright, so that is more or less lined up. It's not perfect, but as I said, this is not an engineering job. So we go to the front, and this rim is almost correct already. We select the can, and we go to edit mode. I can select this vertex. Oh, that's the one behind it. Try it again. Shift. Now I can go around the rim. This will be skipped ahead from in the video. Okay, we're more or less ready to go. So if I pull this blue arrow down here, it's now lined up and it's 21 millimeters from the top of the broadest part of the can to the top rim. So now I don't need this cube over here anymore. Select the cube, we hit delete, the delete key, we confirm the deletion. Now the most important step, if I move down here, center it, make sure it's as tidy as I want it to be. I save my work. This is very important. Save as. Actually, I had a 101 before, but it has some errors in it, so I'm going to replace it with this 101, 1.0.1. Save as Blender file. And there it is, 101. So, in any case, this means I now have a properly scaled Arizona TCAN model, and I will detail it in the coming videos. Actually, one more thing I'll put here. My cursor should probably be right there, so I will left click here, and in general that'll make it easier to move around. There, I was right. I move it even closer. Perfect. Okay, so front view again. Now I can just do the regular save. So I'll just go over a few more things before I finish this part. We have the basic shape of the can here. It is, of course, only the basic shape. I'm going to show you something here in the wireframe view. So if we move up here and take a look at the top of the can, most of you probably already know this about soda cans, but if we look carefully, you notice the top of the can is crimped onto the rest of the body of the can here. So you have about a 2 millimeter deep rim. And this rim, of course, if you pick up an actual can and feel it with your fingers, you'll know this is slightly rounded, and you can sort of see it in the photograph here. So it's a matter of debate if you're modeling one of these cans, whether you're going to round this or not. It depends on how detailed you want your model to be. In this case, I'm just going to start by modeling the rim as squared off. which is not really prototypical, but it's close, because it all depends, again, on how small your perspective in a given, say, game or simulation or movie is going to be. I mean, obviously, if the video game is you are an ant going through a pile of garbage with a lot of soda cans, that will not be accurate. If you are putting together some kind of demo where you're walking around a house and the can is sitting on a kitchen table, as in this photograph, well, then that's much more manageable, actually. It won't necessarily be noticeable, especially if you texture the model very well. I'll get to that in, I don't know if I want to say future video, but a video very soon. For now, I'm going to end this part, and I'll see you in the next part.